Hello, today we are going to do a deeper analysis of OpenAI's GPT-5 announcement. We have their official material here. The idea is to dissect what this new AI model truly represents, what actually changes. And they already started everything strongly in the presentation, right? Saying that GPT-5 is a huge leap compared to GPT-4. They even use that analogy. If before it was like a university student, now it's like having a PhD in any field.
Be strong about this. A PhD in everything. That's it. It really carries a lot of expectation, right?
They said a lot that he is more useful, smarter, faster, intuitive. And how does this on-demand software idea work in practice? Is it like creating an entire application from scratch, or is it more of a starting point?
Look, from what they demonstrated, the idea is that it can generate quite complex programs quickly. A technical detail I found interesting was that it thinks before responding. Supposedly, it's to improve quality, reliability, try to reduce those hallucinations, errors, so much so that they said it broke records in important benchmarks, USBMT, for example, which tests real software engineering, not just theory, and also mathematical visual reasoning in the AM 2025 exam.
OpenAI is calling it their most reliable model to date, especially for the healthcare sector. And the good thing is that this capability is available to everyone, including those who use it for free. This is great for democratizing access.
Exactly. It will be integrated into the ChatGPT that people already use in demos. Yeah, they showed things like generating code to visualize the Bernoulli effect, or like creating an app to learn French in minutes, things that would take a person days, maybe weeks. They also highlighted the writing, said it's more human, less robotic. This pursuit of naturalness seems to be a constant focus, right? They also mentioned improvements in voice.
Yes, they said that the voice is more natural, can chat for hours, analyze videos, translate more smoothly, and has better memory. I saw that they expanded access to Gmail, Google Calendar, but only for paid users, right?
To help with personal planning. That really seems very practical for everyday life. There is an assistant that truly understands your context, your emails, your schedule.
Certainly. And as I said, they focused a lot on the impact in areas like health. There was even a testimonial from a patient explaining how the tool helped her understand complicated diagnoses, and to participate more in treatment decisions. This clearly illustrates the idea of an accessible specialist, right? And big companies are already testing it. Indian for drug creation, BBVA for financial analysis, Oscar Health.
Yeah, it makes sense. But with so much power and access to more data, security becomes an even bigger concern, right? What did they show about this for GPT-5?
So the novelty is that they called it a safe conclusion. Instead of just saying, I can't do this for a sensitive request, the model tries to find a helpful way to respond, but within safety limits, and explains why it can't go further.
It seems like a more collaborative approach, interesting, a more explained refusal, so to speak. And about how he was trained, did they mention anything about synthetic data?
Yes, they mentioned. And that's quite fascinating. They use data generated by previous OpenAI models to train GPT-5. Basically, AI helping to train the next generation of AI. It's a cycle.
Human. That speeds things up a lot, I imagine.
Exactly. Accelerate, but also raise that question, right? How to ensure that biases or errors are not amplified in this process. And for the developers, the API will have GPT-5, of course, but also smaller versions like GPT-5 Mini and Nano, and with the new options like faster minimal reasoning, customized tools.
And the context window increased a lot, 400,000 tokens. It's possible to analyze giant documents.
I understand. It is then very clear that OpenAI sees GPT-5 not only as an update, but as a significant step to make this expertise of P much more accessible in daily life.
Exactly. And that makes us think, right, if this ability to generate software instantly, to have an instant expert becomes something common, how it will change not only productivity, but also the way of learning, the very work itself, and this whole acceleration of AI, creating the next AI, where it will take us in the coming years. This video doesn't end now. It continues with us chatting in the comments. If you found this video interesting, I invite you to become a channel member and like this video. Up here on the top right, I will leave a video suggestion for you to continue with me.
Exactly. As always, thank you very much for watching. I am Rodrigo, she is Milena, and we'll see you next time with more news.